Hello everybody, this is Mr. Momobot, and welcome to another one of my figure reviews. Today I'm going to be looking at the Neca 1989 Batman from Neca. So yeah, let's take a look at the packaging first. Okay, so here we have the packaging. I've heard that this resembles the... Man, I don't know who made those old toys of Batman, but it was something. I can't remember it though. I could look it up on Twitter right now, but I don't feel like it. So anyway, yeah, but it looks pretty cool, I'd say. Unfortunately, I think we got rid of the molding thingy inside where it actually kept the figure, so I wish I kept that. But we tried keeping the package in a nice looking condition. As you can see, me and my brother tore it out like that. So if you're wanting to keep the packaging, you probably want to try it like that. It's the least damaging, I think. So take a look at the back. It says Batman again, and it has the Batman figure. The cape looks a bit different from the one we have right here. It could be the 18 or 1/4 scale or whatever it is. The one that came out earlier, the bigger figure. But either way, it looks obviously cool, and it's got scuffs, I guess. Then we have this little thing, I guess we can cut out, and it has a little description, I think, of the movie or just in general Batman. It has a picture of Batman from the comics, I guess. So that's really cool. I really do like the packaging, so I'm glad we kept it relatively intact. So yeah. So there's the packaging. So I guess it's time to look at the figure. So before we look at the figure itself, though, why don't we take a look at this? I forgot to mention that this figure comes with the Blu-ray edition or something of the 1989 Batman movie. So one of basically the definitive Batman movie, aside from the Adam West movies and shows. But yeah, in terms of this kind of design, I guess, and just the Batman in general, I guess this would be. So yeah. Anyways, as you can see, this looks pretty darn cool. Jack Nicholson, Michael Keaton, and Kim Basinger. Yeah. And Batman. And the Batman symbol. Okay, so that's the back. I was hoping it would show the special features on the back. That's too bad. But when you open it up, you get Batman and Joker, which looks kind of like the Heath Ledger one actually in this picture. Obviously they based it on this version, I think. But yeah, and let's take a look. Then we got the bat symbol over here, the DVDs, and Batman right there. So really nice little DVD thing. And the cool thing is that it's a magnetic thing, so it closes and it just opens like that. It's a magnetic thing, and that's really cool unless you have electronics nearby, like this camera. But anyways, I guess I'll show you guys the special features on my TV. So here we go. Here's the DVD. Let's look at the special features. So there's the special features, so let's go ahead and put it in. Okay, here we go with the special features. Batman and the birth of the modern blockbuster? Okay.
It was just exciting. It was just like, it felt like a Super Bowl party.
People were really excited about it. I don't remember a single movie as a kid that had that much behind it, and that much build, and that much kind of fever, and it was such an event for the summer of '89.
And where is the Batman?
It was the audiences that gave them massive approval, and it was a brilliant sell.
Every place that sold consumer goods had a Batman variation for basically every item you could possibly buy.
You can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs.
It basically was a turning point. We were doing very well, but this sort of brought us to another plateau.
This thing was such an outsized hit. It really began a transformation of the studio mindset.
This business is a blockbuster.
Okay. My battery's running low, so let's take a look at the other disc. We haven't watched this thing, whatever it is, so that wouldn't be better watching with my bro. But let's take a look at the other disc, because it does have special features on that too. This is weird. Okay, that took forever. Man, I hate Blu-ray. Either way, here we got a buttload of extras on the set with Bob Kane, Legend of the Dark Knight, the history of Batman. Me and my bro watched that. That was fun. Man, there's so much stuff here, as you can see. I don't know if you can read all this stuff, but The Legend Reborn, Explore. Let me go over there. Let me go over there. Come on. Fudge. There we go. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, anyway, this is so much stuff, so, well, I mean, I guess not that much stuff, but I don't know, there's a lot of cool stuff right here. So, the DVD, keeping it, I'd say, is pretty worth it. I don't know if you already have it on DVD, you probably don't have this extra stuff. So, this is really cool stuff. So I would suggest keeping it. And if you already have one, give it to a friend. Or sell it to him. If you want money. If you're a greedy little... Oh, okay, so that's basically it. Finally got to that. So that's all of the fudge. DVD stuff, so yeah. Yay. Look at Christmas! Okay, now that we're done with the special features, we got that out of the way, let's take a look at the 89 Batman. Hashtag. Oh, I mean hashtag 89 Batman. Anyway, so yeah, this figure is amazing. Go buy it with the DVD. Which, by the way, for some reason, me and my brother, just our family in general, haven't had this movie on DVD before. We've had it on VHS all this time. We never got a DVD, and then recently we actually recorded it off DVD and, you know, our TV. Illegally. Not too illegally, by the way. It's not really illegal. It's not pirating either. But either way. So, now we have it on DVD. So this is perfect for people that, for some reason, don't have the movie on DVD yet. So, this is just perfect. It comes with an awesome figure and a really good DVD set. It has nice special features and everything. So, I don't know if they're going to make a super duper edition without the figure, but they usually do, I guess. So, they probably will. So, let's take a look at the figure a little more, like I said a second ago. The detail on this guy is fantastic. This looks kind of like his cowl thingy. Looks kind of like leather. It's got a really... I don't know what it looks like, but it's got a really fantastic texture on it. When we were watching the movie, because when we got this thing, we watched the movie like the next day. So this was really cool. When I watched the movie, it looks perfect. It looks just like the movie. I mean, damn. This is the best 89 Batman I think that's been created. I think there was the Hot Toys figure in there. I'm sure now it's obviously great. Oh, I kicked my camera. Anyway, it's Hot Toys is good, but this is the most affordable, best Batman. NECA even has a big Batman for you to get if you want that. So, but this is, I think, the best way to go. I love the 7-inch scales, or 8-inch, or whatever. So, yeah. And let's take a look at his arms. Man, his arms are awesome. Those also look like they have a really good texture. And, yeah. Shinier than the other pieces. Just everything about this figure is awesome. I like those little spikes. Just classic. Yeah, and the hands have this, in the palm of his hand, right here, it's not as shiny. Kind of like, you know, real materials for gloves. So that's really cool, and it's just really nice looking. The worst part about this figure, I think, would be his symbol. Some people have had trouble with his the little icon on his chest a little more than we have. We got a little yellow spot at the bottom, if you can even see it. But that's not as bad as some other people's. Usually the icon is actually messed up a little, but seems okay on Mars, so I'm happy about that. But yeah. Although I did notice on this figure particularly, the legs move together like this, see? That's weird. It's not a big deal, it's just kind of weird when you're posing them. Yeah, so the detail, got that, and the belt is sort of plain. I don't, even though I just watched it, I kind of didn't realize if the belt was that plain or not, but it's still a really good belt. Yeah, so, and then his legs are awesome. If that, I don't know if that sounded right or not, but okay. They also have cool textures, and his shoes and leg down there is really different from like right here. So it's just like the arms. It's shiny and then not shiny. But yeah, I think that's really nice and cool. Yeah. And they even put some seams on it right here and a few other places, and it really looks nice. I like his chest piece, it looks great. His eyes also look pretty good. Now, in some people's videos and just pictures in general, he looks kind of weird. Like his eyes look weird because they're at a certain angle, which I'm sure in this video you can't even see his eyes because my camera's crappy. So yeah, anyways, but it looks pretty good to me. I guess it does look a tad funny, but I'd say it's pretty darn good. And his mouth, his chin and stuff looks great. Then you got a little seam back here. It looks kind of funny to me how they sculpted that, but fine with me. I love just the whole design. And yeah, so well, I guess that's about it for the detail and stuff. You can't really see much detail with my camera, so I might as well not show too much. You're just gonna have to trust me when I say this figure is highly detailed. So let's take a look at the little accessories. Okay, so here we have some extra hands. Let me see. Get his arms up. Gonna punch you in the face because I'm Batman. Michael Keaton edition. So, there we go. And also, as you can see, he's been standing on his own without a base or anything, but I prefer to have him with a base, one of those NECA stands, because then you can get him in a little crazier poses, so that's cool. So, he has one fist in this hand already, closed fist, completely sculpted like that, and then he has an open hand for his grapple gun, which looks pretty darn cool. Too bad you can't see it too well. Actually, that looks pretty good right there. A little blurry, but still. Yeah, but it looks pretty good. I think it could be painted a tad bit better, but I mean, the sculpt is actually very nice. And it fits, I think it fits into his hand very well. I didn't put it in his hand, my brother did. Then he has another right-handed fist, so that's nice. Same immaculate detail as the other ones. then he has a batarang, which is really cool. The weird thing is, though, that one side of it is sculpted, and then the other side is completely flat, which isn't a huge deal, but, you know, still kind of weird. But it's a nice little thing. Yeah, so there's that. And he also has a hand for the batarang, I do believe. It's basically a fist hand, but it has a slight, let me see. They did really good at sculpting these things. But yeah, it has a little hole in the hand for you to put the batarang in. And let me see. Yeah, it's definitely for the batarang. It's not for the gun thingy. So yeah. So that's really cool. So let's see what it looks like with these accessories. So here we have Batman with his gun and, well, not the gun, but you know, the grapple thingy. And it just slides in perfectly. I mean, it's very nice and tight and looks pretty good. So that's really cool. I didn't really expect it to be that good, but it is. And this is the hand for the thingy batarang, but it's sort of hard to get in there. And the batarang is very skinny, so that's a problem. Like, you definitely don't want to break it. I almost thought I could put the batarang, because it has this little shape, you know. I thought I could put the batarang around his finger, but I don't know if that's a good idea or not. Ooh, okay, that's getting a little rough. I don't want to break this. That would be bad if my brother found out I did that when he gets back from work, because he has a job and I don't. Oh, there we go. So that doesn't work. I wouldn't suggest doing that, maybe, but I don't know. But whatever you want to do. But yeah, looks pretty good to me. Looks like he's actually holding it. Of course, the pose I have him in isn't the best pose, but yes, it's a fantastic figure. Very great. I don't want to. I don't know about the articulation. I like showing that, but there's enough reviews out there for that. I just wanted to get one out for me because I haven't done a review for a while. So let's try some size comparisons. I shall show you Dutch. Now, I find it strange that Batman is actually a tad shorter than I think most of the other figures. That's really weird. I mean, maybe it's just because I'm comparing him to Arnold, because Arnold's huge or something. That sounded weird. But, yeah, as you can see, he's a tad shorter. So that's kind of confusing for me, but maybe it's supposed to be going along with the other Batman figures they have out there. I don't know where they are at, but they have them out there somewhere. But yeah, I don't collect too many Batman stuff, but I love Batman movies and definitely the animated show. But yes, so that's weird. So here he is next to a Predator, and obviously the Predator is taller. So yeah, Predator and Alien, the tallest figure here. So yeah, this Batman figure is a perfect figure for your freaking big red Predators and those other Predators from that fan-made movie, Batman Dead End. If you guys want to see that, I'll put it in the link in the description below, because I think I suggested it before in my Arnold Schwarzenegger review. But, well, you know, not Arnold Schwarzenegger, but he's not Dutch, he's just Arnold in every movie. That's what we always call him. But yeah, So, that's basically it. Now let's get on to a little nitpicks, which this figure has very few. Well, there's not really any nitpicks. Just kidding. There are a few. I think one. Basically, it's the cape. The only nitpick is the cape. And maybe this belt, it's a little off-center or something, but it's not a big deal, actually. I don't know. But anyway, let's get on with the cape. This cape is a very nice little cape, but it's the edges are very frail, and don't know how to describe this, but it seems like it could tear or whatever sort of easily. And plus you can see the edge right here on the shoulder. You can see that, as you can see, which is kind of cool actually. They've made it where people can customize these things very well. So yeah, but this cape is thin also, so you can see through it. Batman isn't known for very see-through things, but still, it's a very nice cape. That's just basically the only nitpick. There's really no other problems with this figure, like I said. The articulation's good. It's usually pretty stiff. Like it'll hold the position it's in. So yeah, great articulation. Yeah. I wish I could show that, but I don't want to get this figure loose. You must understand. It's a cool figure. It's very unique. Supposedly, I don't know if they're going to release these by themselves without the DVD, but it could be something just you won't be able to get normally. So, yeah, I would suggest trying to get one if you can. But unfortunately, I think everyone's bought them up already. Oh wait, I forgot. Toys R Us has them, I think. So, yeah. Try to find one. Try to find a way to get one. Because this is great, especially if you're a Batman fan. And if you don't have the DVD yet, like us, you should definitely get this figure and DVD. And really, I was thinking the DVD would be okay, but it's a really nice edition of the movie, so I'm very happy about that too. So it's both great, and if you don't want the DVD, you can give it to a friend or sell it, I guess. That's what people are doing. But yes, very good figure. It fits on the Neca stands, as you can see, perfectly, and his there we go. His ankle was spinning around with it, but yes, it's perfect for that, and it's really good because he might need it if you want to put him in some cooler poses. So yeah, this figure is great. Unfortunately, I can't give credit to the guys that made it. I mean, yes, Neca made it, but the box doesn't give any indication on who sculpted it, who fabricated it, or whatever. They don't do that, which makes me sort of sad sometimes, because I want to give credit to the people that made some of these figures, like the Godzilla figure I got a while back. It does not have the people that made it on it, and I think it should, because they worked hard. Some of these little figures are very great. I'm glad they give credit to the people that made the Eto 9 and the Alien Queen, which, by the way, I can't wait to do, but that's gonna have to wait till January, I think. Meh. But anyways, what was I talking about? I literally forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, the sculptors. But yes, I'm hitting my camera because I'm derpy. But anyway, Wow, I'm really stupid right now. Anyway, I think that's just the end of the review because I'm not going to be able to show the articulation because I don't want to get it loose. Because that happens with any figure. So yes, I do believe that is the end of the review because my battery is running out of power. And I hope you enjoyed and see you in the next video.